This is April 20th in the year 2002. We're in Potsdam, New York on a chilly but sunny afternoon. We're about ready to play some college lacrosse. Oneonta versus Potsdam, here at Potsdam, New York. The three Oneonta captains, Mike Masseri, Dave Kilcourse, and Matt Puerta, meet in the center of the field with the captains from Potsdam.
How's it going? No, still it. Good. We were just talking about ordering
Captain shaking in the center of the field and listening to the instructions by the referee, and we're about ready to play some college lacrosse. Captains return to the Oneonta huddle. The Red Dragons coming into this game ranked 18th in the country, coming off a decisive 20-12 victory over Elmira on Wednesday at Elmira. And this, their last road game for a while. They return home next week to play Ithaca on Wednesday, and then they go up against Cortland on Saturday. This a league game against Potsdam. And Oneonta is 3-1 in league play. 9-2
Good afternoon,
overall.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Potsdam State for today's matchup between Oneonta State and Potsdam State. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, would you all please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Oneonta versus Potsdam. Starters huddle in the center of the field. Mike Lauer, sophomore out of Islip, New York, will start in goal with his defense of Matt Cook, Braden Tom, Seth Baker. Opening faceoff will be Keith Adler. Keith will have Luke Rabideau and Mark Weber on the wings, but violation on the opening faceoff. Potsdam with first possession of the afternoon. This the opening seconds of the game.
How you doing?
That's Rabideau on the defense. And this time it's Mookie, Mark Weber on the defensive side. Short stick on short stick. Good double team there. And now it's Keith Adler to play short stick on short stick. First shot goes out of bounds, chased down by Potsdam, I believe. Switch on the middies, and we have a whistle. Nice check there by Oneonta, and it's picked up and cleared. And there is a flag down on the play. This is, oh, the pass is going to go down out of bounds. The defensive play there by Seth Baker, and we have a whistle. Good defensive play there by Luke Rabideau, and this the first man up, first possession for O State, and also it's a man-up situation. Penalty number 1 called against Potsdam. "13 minutes and 4 seconds, Missouri with possession. This is Coughlin. Backey's shot goes in. Dan Backey opens the scoring here in Potsdam with a left-handed shot that beats the goalie down low, and the O State Red Dragons take a 1-0 lead here in the opening minutes of quarter number 1. That, a man-up goal, 1-0, Oneonta. Back to the face-off. This one won by Potsdam. Defense here is shot saved by the goalie, Mike Lauer. Mike's going to dish off to long stick. Sussman gives off in the offensive box for Oneonta. Last time when they were here, they scored their first goal. This is Backey. Dan hangs on. Gives off to the incoming James Battaglia. James, it's correction, it's Ben Blaisdell with a left-hand cradle. Tried to muscle his way in, and they're looking for a midi switch, and they get it. This is Sullivan. Sean, right hand fake. Pass in front, shot. Oh, hits, good save by the goalie, but it was a pretty play, a good shot. Clear goes to Potsdam, and they run into their offensive zone. But a nice check defense there by Matt Cook to slow things down, but they continue to maintain possession. Blaisdell on the defense. Nice defensive move. And we have a penalty on that. Flag is down. His shot goes in, beats Mike Lauer for their first goal. We'll see if the penalty is released, though. Penalty erased on that goal. It's 1-1 here at Potsdam. Okay, picked up and cleared there again by Potsdam. They have possession. Defense was Schettino. This is Luke Rabideau on the defense. And they give up. Shot goes wide left of the cage, backed up by Oneonta and Mike Masseri. They'll have possession. This is a O-State clear, nice one. Vinny with possession, nice move, gets checked. Ball stolen back by Potsdam. Goalie's going to be double teamed here. Ball up in the air. Chased down by Potsdam and collected there, and we have a whistle. And 10-second violation. This should go on the whistle. This is Brian Baelish trying to get the thing moving. He's going to take it. And now Masseri loses it, steps into the offensive box for Oneonta. Gives back on top to Dan Backey. Boy, trouble hanging on to the ball. This is Backey. Oh, good check there by the defense. Ball's down in front. This is Masseri. Nice pass. Oh, a second beautiful pass in there, but it was knocked down, and we have a whistle. Nice save by the goalie. This is Potsdam with possession.
Recording here.
Okay. All right, Potsdam with possession. We have a tie score, 1 apiece here in the opening minutes of quarter number 1. Defense, Schettino. Good defense there by Schettino. We have a 7:30 left before the first quarter ends. Pass, shot, oh, goes in. Beats Lauer, looked to be screened on that. Left-handed shot, goes in, puts Potsdam ahead 2-1. Keith Adler back on the faceoff. Rabideau on one wing, Mookie on the other. Ball kicked forward and picked up there by Adler, almost trips, maintains possession. Brings the ball into the offensive box for Oneonta. He's going to give it back here on top to, oh boy, nice check there by Potsdam as they kick it forward. Timeout by Potsdam. Timeout call with 6:57 to play in the first quarter. So Potsdam, who called the timeout, maintains possession. Pass behind the cage. This is defense, Rabideau, and Mitty gives off to man guarded by Buchwald. Okay, this is Matt Cook up top on the defense. Shot saved by Lauer. Matt Blasey playing defense. He's the short stick. Pass in front of the cage. Wide open shot. Bouncer goes in. Found the open man, and it's a 3-1 lead for Potsdam. Vince Schettino on the faceoff. Messeri on one wing, Rabideau on the other. And this again won by Potsdam. So Oneonta finds itself behind 3-1. That pass is down and stolen back by by Potsdam. Vince on defense. Another pass in front. Shot saved by Lauer. Picked up long stick. Gives off. To Josh Sussman. Josh trying to find a mid. He does. But Potsdam is there with the defense. And this is Matt Puerta. Matty takes the ball back out of the offensive box and gives off to and this is Dan Backey. Messeri gives off. Backey back on top, back to Messeri. Here comes Mike. He gets hassled by short stick. Still maintains possession. Looking for a pass. Nice move. Takes his man into the pass in front. Shot saved. Puerta was there, but is picked up behind the cage by Schettino. Vince picks up the ground ball, going to take it, gives back on top. Hard shot saved by the goalie. Okay, this is a fast break for Oneonta. That was a nice ride by the Old State Red Dragons. And boy, coming from behind, and another come from behind steal by Potsdam. Potsdam with a lot of fire here in the first quarter. And things slowed up with 2 minutes and 57 seconds left, first quarter. Potsdam holds on to a 3-1 lead. Shot goes over the cage, out of bounds, should be, it's picked up by Potsdam. Defense, Matt Blasey. Shot is left of the cage, backed up by Oneonta. Their ball. Seth Baker to take it out with a minute. .53 to play. Clear. Boy, slipped. He gets checked. Chased down, picked up by Potsdam. They're on a break. Shot wide, left of the cage, out of bounds. Offsides on White, so it's going to be Oneonta ball.
We got white shorts.
Josh Sussman to inbound with the big stick. Gives it off to the goalie, Mike Lauer. Mike is going to walk it up. Gives off Sullivan. Sully breaks two defensemen. Takes it in the offensive box for Oneonta. Right hand cradle, Sullivan. Checked by short stick. Sullivan gives off on top to pass intercepted and picked up by Potsdam.
Quiet, Robbie, 30 seconds in the corner. 30 in the corner, Robbie. Last shot. Last shot, Robbie. 24.
Okay, looks like Potsdam's going to hold for the final shot here in the first quarter. They lead it 3-1. Sullivan on defense. Shot checked, picked up by Oneonta's Sussman. Quickly trying to get it down, so we get a shot away and pass in front of the cage. Not successful, and quarter number one ends with Potsdam up 3-1. Ready to start quarter number two. 3-1 Potsdam here at Potsdam, New York. Face-off number one to start. Adler picks it up. He was on the face-off. Ball was kicked to him by Rabideau, and Adler has possession to begin the second quarter. Oneonta finds itself behind 3-1. Pass inside, shot hits the post. Been that kind of a day so far for O State. It was a good look, good shot, but it hits the post, bounces out, it's collected there by Potsdam. Ball down on the ground. Everybody fighting for that loose ball. It's still down. Picked up by Potsdam. Long clear to the midi. And he's going to slow things up. Looks like they're slowing things down against Oneonta.
Last time we talked to Clyde said he wasn't sure if I was going to be there or not.
Defense is Matt Winchell.
I didn't get a chance to talk to him personally. That's what he said. I'm going to be up here. I thought it was pretty clear. That's right, I talked to him right the first time.
Nice defense there by Winchell. He's going to pick the ball up and try to clear it.
6'4", but 6'3". He just started talking.
Winch, left-hand cradle, going to give up to midi Keith Adler. And we're going to have a midi switch here. Adler gives to Mookie. Mookie's going to take it out of the box. Right-hand cradle. And here's Winchell. He gets hammered and picked up by Potsdam, so they're letting him play. Defense Sussman, and we have a whistle. Okay, this is a man down situation for Oneonta for 30 seconds. Offsides penalty. Shot save, Lauer. Kicked forward. Picked up Penalties released. Blaze, Gildersleeve with a nice defensive play, and we have a whistle. We have a warding penalty. It's going to be Oneonta ball.
Let's go, State.
Adler to Sussman. Josh goes back, gives back to Keith Adler, and Oneonta on the offensive end. This is Keith Adler. Sean Sullivan. He gives a pass to Battaglia. James, left-hand cradle, nice move. He gets checked. James falls down, kicks the ball forward. Nice play. That was Tabacki to Matt Puerta. Matt, right-hand cradle, guarded by a long stick. Puerta slips, and Oneonta having trouble on the new shot. Score! Beautiful play set up there by Matt Puerta and Anthony Pisciati with Oneonta's second goal. This, the first for them in the second quarter. Puerta to Pisciato for the second goal. Vince Schettino back on the goal. Messeri, Rabideau on the wings. And we have a whistle. Violation appears to be on Potsdam, so it's Oneonta ball. This is Schettino who wins the face-off, takes the ball into the offensive box for Oneonta. Right-hand cradle, trying to find a man in the open. Gets behind the cage to Puerta. Matt. This is Schettino. Vince trying to muscle his way in toward the goal to get a good pass. His pass goes out of bounds. Ball picked up by Schettino. Vince, shot, oh, wide left. Backed up by Oneonta. And we have an injury on the play. Looks to be Vince Schettino injured. Must be an ankle. Back to play. Backy. Behind the cage. Guarded by a long stick. Dan hangs on, slows things down. Moves the ball toward the cage. Gives off to Brian Belash. Brian holds on to the ball. Makes a nice move. Pass, shot, pretty play by Belash to find Dan Backy. Brian Belash, pretty move to the goal. Looked like he was going to take the shot and then found a wide open Dan Backy, and Dan gets goal number 3 for the Red Dragons, and they tied it up here in the second quarter. James Battaglia back on the faceoff. Picked up by Potsdam, where they find their goalie. Beautiful ride here. Push from behind, though. Good check in front there. Nice ride by O State. Still on the ride. And finally cleared into the offensive box for Potsdam. We're tied here in Potsdam at 3 apiece. 8 minutes, 2 seconds to play. Potsdam possession. Defense there was Battaglia. That shot under the hand, catch by, oh, stolen back, pass in front of the cage, shot, oh, what a save by Lauer. Picked up, we have a whistle. Crease violation, and it's going to be black ball. Passeri gives off the Sussman to Blasey. Matt, right hand cradle, brings the ball into the offensive end for Oneonta. Blasey, the sophomore from Endicott, New York, gives off to Battaglia. James, nice move, going toward the cage, looking for the open man. Switches. Right hand cradle. His pass goes over the head and out of bounds. Trying to hold him in for 10 seconds, and they made it. All right, drops the ball, and we have a whistle. Potsdam wins the whistle. It's their ball. A big attack man guarded there by Matt Blasey. And Matt, nice check there. And we have a whistle. Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds, but they're going to give it back to Potsdam. Blasey on the defense. And a whistle. Okay, warding violation on Potsdam. This is Seth Baker to clear to Blasey. Matt finds, oh, drops the ball, goes out of bounds. Potsdam ball. Defense there was Rabideau, and now it's Blasey. Double team there by Buchwald. Pass dropped, collected there by O State, gives off to long stick, looks like Sussman. He gives up to Matt Puerta, and a good clear by O State. This is Puerta, takes the ball into the offensive end. That was a timeout by Coach Moan to prevent the violation. And that's the score before the half. Okay, the play after the timeout called by Oneonta. Brian Balash gives off to Backey. Pretty play, shot saved by the goalie. But that play was beautiful. Ball is down on the ground, collected by Oneonta. They got some numbers here. Pass in front. Backey and Dan to settle things down. Hard shot, Baelish, caught by the goalie. Ball down on the ground, and we have a whistle. The Oneonta ride has been working this quarter, has Potsdam gets possession. Got about 4 minutes to play before the half. 3-3 here in Potsdam. Nice switch defense. Shot, bouncer, save. Lauer, nice clear to Adler. Keith trying to run the ball into the offensive end for Backy. Shot, oh, misses the cage, but it's going to be backed up by Oneonta. Open cage, missed it. Timeout. Potsdam. Okay, Anthony Pisciotti. Inbounds. Pass shot, bouncer. Chased down by Pisciotti. That was a shot on goal. And we have a midi switch. This is Puerta. Right-hand cradle being guarded, and we should have a whistle of sorts. We do. And we're going to have a man-up situation here. Penalty on Potsdam. Man-up situation. This is Mike Masseri. This is behind the cage now, goes to Coughlin. Coughlin. Pass shot saved by the goalie. He's coming up huge. Long, clear. Stolen by Oneonta. Still a man-up situation. This is Puerta. Shot by Backy, goes in. Sorry I missed it. Puerta made a great fake there. Found Dan Backy, and Dan popped it in on the goalie. Correction, that was Mike Masseri with the goal. Tough to see your numbers, guys, with these dark uniforms, but here's the score. With that time remaining before the half. James Battaglia back on the face-off.
Sully, stand up!
James
Stand up!
tries to pick up the ground ball and gets it. So Battaglia wins the second. And he gets pushed from behind. That was a timeout called by Coach Moan with that amount of time left. Matt Winchell checked. Ball down on the ground, picked up Potsdam. The defense closes in on them on that fast break, but they have possession. We've got 1:30 to play before the half ends. This is Mookie on the defense. 4-3 Oneonta. And we have a whistle. But it looks to me like we have another warding penalty. So Seth Baker's going to give it up to his goalie, Mike Lauer. The Red Dragons have about 1:10 to score goal number 5 here. Gives off to Baker. Gives to Blaisdell, the freshman. Gives to Battaglia. His shot saved by the goalie. Ball out in front, though. Picked up Potsdam. And they're on the clear. Fast break. And the pass is going to go down on the ground, be chased, and picked up by the goalie, Mike Lauer. Mike, he gets hit in the head. Oh, boy. Should be a penalty on that one.
Walk away, walk away.
Penalty
Number two.
35 seconds to play before the half ends. Man-up situation for Oneonta.
Got the All-Stars.
I believe it's for a minute. Masseri, they're probably going to look for a good shot.
Like late at night.
And if it's not there, they'll hold. This is Baelish. Masseri's shot hits the goalie.
Get possession. Get possession.
All right, good play by Luke. Get possession, get possession.
Get possession, Black.
Should. All right, possession, Oneonta. Tried to maintain possession so they could start quarter number 3 with possession, but a good hustle there by the Red Dragons. So after falling behind 3-1 at the end of one quarter, Oneonta came back 3 strong and leads it 4-3 at the half. Good to see Dave Kilcourse running out on the field for the opening face-off of the second half. Dave battling off an injury, and it's good to see him out there. He's going to have Luke Rabideau on one wing, and Kilcourse wins the face-off without bending down as Oneonta is the beneficiary of a violation by Potsdam to open the second quarter, second half. And they will move the ball around. (4-3) O State as we begin the final half of play here at Potsdam. Fanned on that play. Boy,
Oh yeah, actually.
players having trouble hanging on to the ball. There's a check by Adler, chased down by Oneonta on a breakaway, trying to find the open man. Oh, his shot goes over the top of the cage, out of bounds, but it's backed up by O State. Puerta trying to find somebody in the front of the cage.
All 6
Nobody guarding him.
6,000. All 60s. Really soon.
Puerta quarterbacking the play. He's going to take it. Left side, finds no one. Works his way in for the goal. Matt Puerta, unassisted, scores goal number 5 for the O State Red Dragons on a pretty play. He knew what he wanted to do, and he did it. Okay, here goes Killer. First face-off in a while for this guy. He's been spectacular all year. And picked up by Blasey. So Killer wins his second straight face-off to begin the second half. That was traditional style. And this is Masseri. His shot's going to go in. No, he got hit, and we have a whistle. That was Dan Backey that appears to be injured momentarily.
I imagine he does. He was in New York City for 3 weeks.
Okay, intercepted
Actually got a job.
by Seth Baker. He gets checked, ball down. Seth has no stick. Picked up by Potsdam, and they'll run it into their offensive zone. possession, Potsdam. Opening minutes of the third quarter. Shot saved by Lauer. Got down low on that one, picked it up, looking for somebody to dish off to. He's going to walk it up and get across the 10-second line. And is waiting for an open man. He's going to take it a little further, gives back to Luke, and it's cleared there to the defense, the attack. Puerta makes a nice move. Gives off to Battaglia. Correction, Blaisdell. And the ball goes down on the ground. Picked up Potsdam. We have another injury on the play. This is a fast break for Potsdam. Nice. Oh, the pass goes down on the ground. We have a whistle. This is an injury to a O State player. Looks like Ben's going to be okay. Good to see him walking off the field under his own power. So Seth Baker will guard the inbound. This is after the injury to Ben, and Potsdam's back in the attack. Ball down. Nice check there by Oneonta. That's Buchwald. Double team. Possession, Potsdam. Ten minutes. And about 30 seconds to play. Third quarter, 5-3 O State. Defense, Matt Blasey. J.W. Buchwald on the defense. Nice slide shot. Wide right, gonna be chased down and backed up by Potsdam. Pass picked up by Lauer. Mike still with the ball. And Dan Backey moves the ball around the back of the cage, guarded by a long stick, trying to beat him. Can't get a good look at the cage. Nice move, Backey, he gets checked though. And it should be a 10-second call, pretty quick. They got it over. So again, Potsdam has possession. Nice play by Brian Belash. Knocks the stick and ball out of the attackman for Potsdam, and he is running the ball, splits the defense, trying to find an open man. Going to take it into the offensive end himself. He gets hammered, hangs on to possession, brings it all the way down, falls, ball stolen. Keith Adler on defense. Long shot, wide left.
They're barely even on. Well, that's
There's a double team by Baker. Defense has played tremendously since midway through the first quarter. And they've had to. This is possession. Potsdam. Ball picked up by Oneonta. Pass and collected there by Keith Adler. Keith passes in front to Backey. Ball down on the ground. Picked up Potsdam, but still down on the ground. Chased down by the long stickman from Potsdam. Gives off. Pass. Intercepted. Down on the ground. Picked up by the goalie. Clear to Adler. Keith strolls into the offensive zone. He gets double teamed. Nice Masseri move. Shot hits the goalie, goes way up in the air. Out of bounds off Potsdam. Correction, it's out of bounds off Oneonta. Boy, ball just, nobody seems to be able to hang on to this ball today. And we have a whistle. Okay, possession, Oneonta. This is an offside penalty on Potsdam. Mookie with possession. Mookie out on top. Mark Weber, left-hand cradle, comes to the right of the cage, trying to get a shot off, backs it in, one-hand cradle, pass, front, beautiful play. Weber waited for Dan Backey, and Backey made the cut to the cage. Weber found him, perfect pass, nice shot by Backey, and Oneonta gets its 6th goal. Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff. He's won the last 2. And we have a whistle. Okay, it's going to be black ball.
so you'll flip once it's the other way.
Goes to Luke. Luke's going to wait for the midi to come on, which is Matt Winchell. Winchell, right-hand cradle into the box. Possession, Oneonta. In their offensive end, this is Matt Winchell. Winchell, right-hand cradle, fake pass. Hangs onto the ball, going to take his man to the cage. Pass in front, dropped, picked up by Potsdam.
I'm sitting there going, wow, that must be a huge train. Thinking my roommate's Shannon. Like, maybe it was before
And this possession for
morning, so it was going really fast. And then I went back to sleep this morning and asked me,
5 minutes and 50 seconds to play before this third quarter ends. Mookie on the defense. Short stick on short stick. Going to try to take him to the cage. Mookie muscles. Pass. Goes way up, back on top. Potsdam's been very patient all day. Pass in front, shot, goal. 3-4 passes in front, scores the goal. That's the first since the first quarter. Kilcourse back on the faceoff. Yeah, there he goes, Killer. Gives off to Masseri. Mike trying to get it right back. Gonna take it in, we have a whistle. Violation on Oneonta. Gildersleeve with his long stick playing defense. Nice check by Brad. Ball down on the ground. It's going to be picked up by goalie Mike Lauer. Mike's going to take it up himself. Gives off to Seth Baker. Bake's going to take it and give off to Puerta. Puerta hassled by a long stick, but gets the ball into the offensive zone. Nice move, Puerta. His gets checked from behind, picked up, and a whistle. White ball. And a whistle. Okay, I guess we're going to do it again. Defense, Matt Blasey. Pass goes down, but it's going to be chased and collected by Potsdam. 6-4 here in the third quarter. Got about 3:20 to play. Oneonta on top by a couple. Nice defensive play, but picked up again by Potsdam. Buckwald on the defense. Shot saved by Lauer, goes out of bounds. White ball. Shot save, Lauer, clear. Oh, jeez. And we have a whistle. Time's ticking away. Save at the buzzer by Mike Lauer. And that shot ends quarter number 3 with the score. Oneonta 6 and Potsdam 4. That the score at the end of 3. Dave Kilcourse back on the face-off. Mike Masseri on the wing. And somewhere Luke Rabideau is on the other wing. This is opening face-off, final quarter, 6-4 Oneonta. Hard-fought game, both teams. All right, picked up Masseri. Face off, but he gets hammered and Good defensive play. Nothing you can do about it. Shot rolls in under the legs of Mike Lauer at 6'5". So after Oneonta ran off 5 unanswered goals, Potsdam has 2 unanswered. Goals. And they have possession. Nice save, Lauer. We got a penalty on the play. So Potsdam with a man up. Trail 6-5, but they have possession. This is a man down situation for the Red Dragons. Shot wide right. Another hard shot. Gonna go in. We got a tie game here in the 4th quarter at Potsdam. Dave Kilcourse back on the face-off. Blazy Rabideau on the wings. Kicks it forward and it's picked up by Potsdam. Whistle. Picked up Oneonta. This is Keith Adler who shoots it forward. And Adler, possession, O'State. This is Masseri. And Mike, guarded by a long stick. Masseri's shot saved by the goalie, picked up in front by Puerta, and a pass, a beautiful pass in there. Puerta finds an open Brian Belash, and Oneonta back on top by 1. It's 7-6. And a pretty play. 10:28 to play. Oneonta by 1. And face-off won again by Dave Kilcourse. Oneonta in its offensive end again. This is Puerta trying to find the open man, but holds on. Brings it back behind the cage. Switches. Right hand cradle. Trying to set up a play. He just set up the last one. Nice spin move by Puerta. Trying to muscle his way in this time. He's going to get back on top. This is Battaglia. Finds white ball. Okay, that clear intercepted by Oneonta, and this is Matt Winchell match into the offensive end. Hangs on. $9:12 to play here at Potsdam. This is Puerta moving in toward the goal. His shot goal! Matt Puerta muscles his way in front of the cage, shoots and scores goal number 8 for O State. It was a beautiful play and a huge goal by Puerta, giving O State a 2-goal cushion. Kilcourse back in the face-off. Oh, kicks forward, chased down, and all right, good play there by Kilcourse with help from Rabideau, and Oneonta ball, timeout by Coach Moan with a 2-goal lead here in the 4th quarter. Oneonta will have possession after this timeout. Oneonta 8, Potsdam 6. Okay, this is after the timeout. Brian Baelish brings the ball into the offensive end for Oneonta. Baelish will be behind the cage. Left-hand cradle is going to take it. Shot saved by the goalie. Nice check there. Didn't see who got it, but it's picked up by Oneonta. Baelish had a good shot on goal there. But the goalie, as he has all afternoon, came up big. But a great check gives Oneonta back the ball. This is Puerta. Matt scored the last. He's doing a little dancing there. Matt being very patient with a 2-goal lead. Gives off to Belash at the 7:17 mark. This is Brian. Point blank shot. Score by Brian Baelish. This time from his right side, right hand shot. He learned the last time. This time he shot low and it worked. Beat him on the right corner, and Baelish with a huge goal here to make a 3-goal lead for Oneonta. Brian Belash. Gildersleeve on one of the wings as Dave Kilcourse wins another faceoff. And he gives it back to one of his defensemen who gives up to the goalie, Mike Lauer, and they're going to try to clear to the defenseman and to Matt Cook. Matt going to take the ball into the offensive end, gives off to a short stick midi, Matt Puerta. Matt hanging on. Puerta being guarded by a long stick. Gives off to Pisciato. Anthony at the 6:12 mark gives it back on top to Matt Winchell. Winchell, right-hand cradle, gives back, this time to Mookie. Working the ball behind the cage. Oneonta in no hurry to score. Would love another one, but the clock is more valuable as it ticks away in their favor. This is Mookie, makes a nice move toward the cage, muscles his way.
Good job.
And he's going to give it up, go behind the cage, try again. Shot, hits the goalie, bounces out of bounds, should be white ball. Nice play. Pass in front of the net. Defense there. So Potsdam, who's been very deliberate today, trails by 3, will be looking to score. This is Winchell on the defense. He gets checked. Pass out on top. Defense there is Matt Cook. Good D. They go back behind the cage. Defense is tightening up here for the Oneonta Red Dragons. Winchell. Pass given off. Pass in front. And again, the defense that has played so well this afternoon for Oneonta continues to play tough. There's a weak shot by, stolen back. It was a shot by Potsdam. Pickup shot, saved by Mike Lauer, chased down by Mike Lauer, and it's going to be Oneonta ball. Mike Lauer walks the ball up. His pass over the head of Keith Adler. Chased down by Potsdam, who maintains possession. Nice hustle there. And we have a whistle, should be black ball on a good defensive play. 3:31 from Mike Masseri as he inbounds. He's going to go back to a defenseman, and here's Sussman, drops the ball, picks it up, gets knocked down again, ball down, and a whistle. Another timeout by Coach Moan, and should be black ball when the play resumes. There's the score and the time remaining in this contest. Baelish, Brian maintains possession, went right to the goal. He's going to hang on to it some more. Shot saved by the goalie. Pass goes out of bounds. It's going to be Oneonta ball. Winchell, double team, ball down. lot of good hustle there by both teams and a little action here. And it should be white ball. Two, 13 to play in the contest. Shot over the head of the goalie, out of bounds. Pass, down on the ground. Nice hit there. And they're going to give a penalty on James Battaglia. This is after the Oneonta timeout, Potsdam timeout. Man up situation for Potsdam, and they threw it away. But it is chased down. Defense there is Gildersleeve. Hard shot. Beats the goalie, Mike Lauer. It's 9-7. It's 9-7. Dave Kilcourse on the face for an important one. Kicks it forward, chased down, and picked up. Kicked forward by Luke, controlled by Potsdam. On a break.
1 minute remaining.
Pass shot goal. So it's 9-8. Dave Kilcourse back on the faceoff.
Killer.
Very important faceoff, as they all have been. Picked up Kilcourse. Dave going to bring the ball into the offensive end for Oneonta. They have a 1-goal lead. He gets stripped. No whistle. Ball down. And we have a whistle. Timeout, Potsdam. There you have it, 30 seconds to play. 9-8 Oneonta, timeout Potsdam. Situation. Possession, Potsdam. We have 30.6 seconds to play. Potsdam with possession. They have somehow managed to score 2 quick goals. With less shot goes behind the cage out of bounds. Somehow managed to score 2 goals.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Pass goes down on the ground. Going to be chased out of bounds. Going to be Oneonta ball.
2, 1.
Okay. Oneonta wins its 10th victory of the season, but it was a difficult, to say the least, contest. So they held on to a 9-6 lead with about 3 minutes to play. Saw Potsdam fight back to get 2 goals to cut it to 9-6, but the defense came through at the end and held off a very pesky team from Potsdam. So Oneonta ups its record to 10 wins and 2 losses. 4, and most important, they're 4-1 in league play. And hopefully heading for the Suniac tournament in a couple of weeks. They fell behind 3-1 at the end of the first quarter, came storming back, took a 6-3 lead, only to see that dwindle. It was 9-6 at one point with 3 to go, and then, of course, Potsdam came back with those 2 quick goals to make it 9-8. Dave Kilcourse had a lot to do with this victory. incredible face-offs, especially the last one, where it looked like Potsdam had the momentum. Kilcourse won an important face-off to give O State the ball, and they held on for a 9-8 victory. Dirty but good, guys. We'll take it. So at 10-2 and ranked 17th in the country, Oneonta should advance to the SUNYAC tournament for the year 2002. Great game, guys. We had them all the way.